This video is brought to you by Misty Mountain Gaming. Misty Mountain Gaming offers premium tabletop role-playing game products and accessories to last a lifetime. Join us and let the journey begin at www.mistymountaingaming.com. Misty Mountain Gaming, where dice are life. She plays Ziguan on Shoresy, which has returned for its third season on Crave here in Canada and is coming to Hulu at the end of June. Welcome back to the program, Blair Lamora.
Thank you. Thank you. How's it going, guys?
Going good. How's it going with you?
Great. Cannot complain.
That's good. Well, I can't complain because Shoresy is back for a third season. And it seems like, again, Ziguan, she's still setting the fucking tone. She's still a badass. She's still got a rule. It's like, you don't date sluts, you take them down. Doesn't matter if it's a man, woman, doesn't matter. She takes the sluts down.
Yeah, if there's a mission, she's on it. She's ready to do it.
But it seems like maybe that might be slightly changing because it looks like with this week's episode, there's a possible love interest.
I think the season, some people might be pleasantly surprised at some new sides of Zeke that might come through. I think it'll be an interesting season for sure.
Nice. I gotta say though, Blair, I came into this season, I started watching it and I was like, because I saw some of the trailers and the previews and I was laughing hysterically, especially the that one clip from the episode where you guys are doing the webinar seminar conversation.
Yeah.
And killing me, but it really put into perspective as I watched the first three episodes of the season so far. Zeke is coming out like just firing hard on Shoresy this year. It seems like she's like, I played it hard, but Shoresy, I'm going to take it up about 6 notches.
Yeah, definitely. They're not just physically hurt. She's trying to get them mentally. She's all up in there. Yeah.
It's great. I love it. Like the barbs, they're hard, they're fast. When you get your scripts, and you're seeing that for Ziguan, right? Like is there, like, is it coming out of Jared when he writes the episodes like that, or is there some? Do you guys get a lot of play in the day, in the moment, to kind of like go a little bit further?
It depends on the scene. Typically, we stay pretty close to the script, to what Jared writes, and it's just great chemistry. Honestly, like just the banter of it all, just naturally, just quick fires, especially after rehearsal. But there are some scenes that we do add maybe like 1 or 2 lines to kind of throw each other off, or an extra just so we can really dig it in and get that one little peep for me. But once in a while, we switch it up. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, no, well, it's looking good. Of course, the season, the 3 episodes have aired here in Canada. And the one thing I've noticed is that kind of the second season did a lot of like rehashing and replaying of scenes from the first season, as in like similar setups but different content. This one, it seems slightly different because, again, I've gotten very used to seeing when we come into the office, it's like that's in the middle. You got Miguan on the left and Ziguan on the right. But this time we're moving around here. Like suddenly Ziguan's standing beside Shoresy sitting in a chair, and she's pissed off that Shoresy's sitting and things like that. Was there a lot of playing with the dynamics? Because you guys were really kind of set into like almost like a framework in the second season. And this one, it seems like now you guys are popping out of that framework a bit.
I feel like there is a lot more play this year for sure, in a sense of like spacing and how our characters interact. I think later on it'll make a lot more sense too, how you're seeing the team grow and you're starting to see them as individuals and not just like one unit. Even though we are still a group team and it's very much a team environment, you start to see everybody branch out a little bit more, and maybe some characters get, duo time a little bit more here and there throughout the season, and it'll be interesting to like open up, and I think everybody's gonna notice that more, just like you're saying.
Yeah, the show this season, and these, like, as Andrew mentioned, the 3 episodes that we've gotten to see so far, and I'm looking forward to the rest because Shoresy is one of my favorite shows. I love it every time it comes out because it's so different than what Letterkenny was and Jared's vision for it. But what I really like about it, and I always talk about this, is that the show isn't just about Shoresy. It's about all of you, right? And everybody gets a fair shot, like for what character, like in some other shows, a character like Ziguan might not get as much screen time and as many lines as you are in this show. And I think that's really cool that the show has developed that like to, as you mentioned, the team getting all their own personalities, like that's really coming through. I find in this early half of the season.
Yeah, it really feels like it replicates a team in a sense where it's like, yes, Shoresy is the main character and he's the reason, we're watching the show from his perspective and we have his heart and his drive, but like it's a team sport and there's more than just one person. It's not just an I. And I think he really does a good job of layering that throughout the show in so many different ways, for sure.
No, definitely. We got an email in from Ralph H who says, "Hey geeks, I listened last week as well for the 2 of 2 shows. Loved it. Mr. Green's voice sounds okay, no problem." So there you go. You're all worried, Green.
Yeah.
People are still liking your voice.
No
Blair
excuses.
rules. Blair rules, and so does Shoresy. And then finishes off with the review for Idea Man, which Ralph, I'm going to save for when we review the film. Definitely. Oh, but yeah, the with the show, like it's amazing. Like I've talked to a lot of non-hockey fans who love the show as well. It just
Mhm.
seems to be something that really connects. And I think it's because, like as Green was talking about, it's the fact that the the world that's populated in Shoresy is populated with interesting characters, even characters that just pop up here and there once or twice. Um, there's a certain group of characters that I'm kind of hoping appears again in this season because I feel like you and Kalani and Tasha usually have really good scenes with them, and that, of course, is the league board.
Mhm.
I know you can't say whether or not they're going to show up, but I'm really hoping they do. Yes, you ain't going to say nothing. I get it. I get it. Totally fair.
Yeah,
Totally.
no, I love them. Honestly, it's such a great time working with them. So I think the show takes it in an interesting way for sure.
Okay. But then, of course, there is a character that was introduced last season, which has now been brought back for this season as being used quite a bit. And that's, I can't remember his name, but it's the little kid sports reporter.
Yeah, Dory McLean. Yeah.
Yes. And
Hmm.
his most recent appearance, what I love is because usually we just see Shoresy and the kids just railing into him. But on this most recent one in episode 3, it's continually cutting back to the 3 of you. And what I love is that, you know, Nat is giving the look of like, come on, try here, Shoresy.
Yeah.
The kid's a dick, but ignore it. But you're just loving it. Your
Yeah.
character is just busting a gut.
Anytime someone takes a good dig at Shoresy, I can't help it. It's perfect. Like it's a pleasure to watch because it really gets to him. Jory is one of those characters that actually gets to Shoresy. Like, and it's perfect. Jory doesn't give him time to breathe, so it's great to watch.
You're so right because I think Jory is Shoresy, but younger and not a hockey player, obviously, right? And it's great. It's a nice dynamic to see Shoresy get put in his place because, like as I mentioned, right, like your character Zig is the one who's been the most, I hate to say it this way, but vitriolic towards him. Like you're the one who really like slams him hard, right? Like
Totally.
whereas Nat is a little bit softer about it. She just is kind of like, come on, man. And he's, but you really put it. So Jory now he's in that Ziguan levels. You got a little competition there. Like
Oh, I know. He gives me a run for my money. Like, I would love to see a Jory and Zeke battle. I think that would be hilarious. And then both of them getting up on Shoresy at the end would be ultimate one day. We'll see.
the
Definitely.
just
Oh my
Shorzy
God.
in the middle, Ziguan and Jory just going, and it's like,
Mhm.
and then I just picture like one little tear as he's just kind of sitting there biting his tongue because he can't take it.
Yes, exactly. He'd just be like, I'm getting peppered over here. Like, he's just gonna cry, walk away. 100%.
Oh my God. But of course, Shorzy, it's a lot of fun
Mhm.
and a lot of great down to earth characters. But there's a part of you I know that while you're doing that you're like, I wish I was in something a little bit scarier, a little bit darker, maybe something that I could be covered in blood in. You're
Yeah.
you're a big time horror fan.
I love horror. I love horror. I always have. I feel like there's just something about it that just takes my breath away. I love it. I love the gore. I love the scares. I love the way it's made, all of it. Hmm.
And what is it about vampires that you are so attracted to?
I couldn't tell you. I wish I knew. Like, there's just something about them. I think they're just so mystical, and like every rendition of a vampire, I feel like is different than one another. I don't know, they're such tormented creatures. I don't know. There's something about it that's really cool. I've just always watched a lot of vampire movies, especially as a kid. So just kind of always gravitated towards them, oddly.
No, that's fair. I like for me, I like horror too, but but I like more like magical horror, not and
Like fantasy type horror.
yeah, like I like that, or sometimes some sci-fi stuff. There's some I don't like body horror. I'm not into body horror. That's
I
not
think
my
it depends. I think it depends. Like if we're talking like David Cronenberg, as in like The Fly and like Videodrome, like those
yeah.
are iconic, but there's some that are a little crazy. Yeah.
What is there a subgenre of horror that you kind of go, I'm going to draw the line really hard right here?
I don't think so. I don't
No,
think so.
okay.
I'm down to watch anything at least twice, like just to make sure. Like,
Not once, twice. That's
yeah,
Want to be
I
100%
love that.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So no, I don't really have. I don't think a hard stop. I don't think.
No,
Mm,
okay.
no, pretty strong stomach over here.
Fair enough. Fair
Well,
enough. Now, Green, there's actually one film I know that Blair likes that you'd probably be in heavy contention with, and that it actually shares her name, The Blair Witch Project.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's one of my favorites and one of the first ones I remember watching too. Iconic. So
Green
good.
is now silent because he's like, I can't say anything bad here. I don't want to offend you. Like
Oh
that's
no. Oh no.
yeah, I'm sorry, Blair. I'm not never been. I just best moment of that movie is the last like 3 seconds in the basement. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all I like. The rest of it, it comes down to I cannot imagine being any of the three.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
so I have zero sympathy for them the whole time, and I got angry.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
That's
Fair
why.
enough. We
That's
can
why.
still be friends.
But
I'll let it
I
slide.
get that people, like yourself and other people really dig it. That's cool, Like
Mhm.
that's the great thing about horror. There's so much that you
Yeah.
can just like, if I don't like this, you can like this, and I can find something over here. It's one of the beautiful things about. I think horror is actually one of the more wide open categories of film that you could actually watch.
Definitely. There is so many different avenues for horror, and it's actually really cool because I feel like a lot of them are starting to kind of mesh and intersect together slowly. But there's just so much to watch, and it's great. So I get it though. I get it. Those handheld ones are hard, and the story for that one is a little hard to keep up with this day in.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But I did see something that I went back on your Instagram and I saw something, and I have to ask you about this. This is from Halloween. I think it was 2021.
oh,
Okay.
You did Team Rocket.
Yeah. Yeah. Me
It,
and my best friend. Yeah.
yeah, it was. I was like, that's an impressive looking costume. That was nice. Like
Yeah.
you're a Pokemon fan then, or was it just you just really liked the costume?
I love Pokemon. As a kid, I used to
Oh
have a
yeah.
ton of VHS movies and I would watch them a lot. So big Pokemon fan. Jesse and James, I find are just always so funny, the comedic relief, like just popping out of nowhere and doing the craziest things. So nice. I love it. So cute. So you're a Pokemon fan too.
I used to watch the cartoon. But I'm specifically a Pikachu fan.
he's a
I
hardcore
Ah,
Pikachu fan.
I got too much stuff. It's not showing. Ironically enough, it's not showing in what you see behind me right now. But
okay, fair.
I've got. No, I don't have anything here with me.
When
Right
we
now.
go to conventions, he does like a Pikachu hunt.
I do.
He's looking for all the Pikachus so he can take photos with them. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's incredible. How many Pikachus have you found? What is the most total you've had?
Like that I own or that I found out in the wild.
Found in the wild or both
Oof.
actually as well owned too. Now I'm
Okay.
curious.
Owned is different because that obviously grows all the time.
Yeah.
And like I have my mom for Christmas one year or my birthday or something, she made a like a bowl warmer, like one of those little like doily or not doily, but like a cozy to hold onto your bowl so it's too hot. And it's got Pikachu on one side, and then it has the Pokemon logo on the other side. She made a
That's amazing.
she made a pillow for me, you know, and everybody, like Andrew makes fun of me for this. So he's like, "You're a grown ass man, and you still like I'm going
You
around with."
love what you love, and that's okay. I love that your mom supports you so hard with this. That's
Yeah,
incredible.
I'm still gonna make fun of him though. That's my
yeah,
job.
yeah.
Somebody's got to try to envelope.
That's it, right? But I saw that and I was just like, I gotta ask her about this because it wasn't something like I can picture it, but it was just like, and now between Shoresy and your love of horror, it's like
Yeah,
myself.
Halloween's a really big deal for you, right, Blair?
Yeah, I love it. I love dressing up. I love like the horror of it, the spookiness of it all. Like it's just fun. I think it's a great holiday.
Yeah, and
And
you go all out with your costumes, like not only with the Team Rocket, but of course you did the Jennifer's Body a couple of years ago as
yeah,
well.
I did that. I've done like kind of like bloodthirsty fairies where I've been like crazy, like blood. Like I just always try to make something like kind of like feminine, but like twist it to be horror. So like anything like that is up my alley, and I'm probably doing, yeah.
Nice.
That's
So
awesome.
let me ask you this: if you had a house in just a regular neighborhood, and you had a front yard and all that, would you do like those crazy displays and like, yeah?
Yes, yes,
I love
yes.
your reaction was almost like head banging to
There's
that,
a,
like
Yeah.
like you were rocking out to the
I
idea.
am ready. I would be that person at the end of September, the last week. All my stuff from Party City, just fucking putting it up. Sorry, I don't know if I swear, but
Oh,
just
that's
put it
okay.
up. Yeah, that would be me. I would do a whole haunted house situation for sure.
That's awesome. I remember one of the best Halloweens I ever did when I was a kid. I went to one in the neighborhood that I lived in at the time, and the homeowner, the dude who lived there, was dressed up as like a scarecrow sitting in a chair in the front yard and waited for us to walk by. And every time he would just jump out at us. Kids run.
That's the best. Yeah, sorry. Well, sorry to those kids, but I mean, like, there has to be someone on the street that does it. That's classic.
Honestly, terrified. I shit my pants. I ran, and then but you come back because you're just like, that was amazing.
Of course, yes. It's the thrill of it all. I totally.
Oh my God. That's pretty awesome.
See, me and Blair are on the same wavelength here. This is great.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
100%. See, it's
Yeah.
okay. It's just that you don't like Blair Witch. See, we're like this. That's all.
Yeah.
See, there's still tons of things you can agree on. That's great. That's great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Now, Blair, aside from your love of horror, another thing that you have a love of is collecting vinyl.
Ah, yes. Yes.
So how big is your collection?
Right now, I probably have 200 and something.
Oh yeah, how long have you
but-
been building it?
For a couple of years, I want to say since I was like maybe 18, and I'm like, oh, so I guess 10 years. I'm dating myself here, but like 10
A couple of years, a decade ago, whatever.
Yeah, I stopped for a little bit, and then I think when COVID kind of hit, that's when I researched with all my stuff and kind of revamped my collection. So yeah, a huge listener. I'm like a bit of a homebody, so I like to just kind of like put on my Switch and put on the vinyl and just sit when I have some downtime.
That sounds good. Sounds
See,
like a good night.
this is again, Blair, we're on the same page. I also been collecting. Now, do you collect any vinyl, or do you have like a specific kind of like lane you follow? Like, do you just do like the bands you like, or do you go specialty vinyl?
So it depends. Like it started with like I have a bunch of like specialty vinyl from like the 80s and the 90s that were my dad's, and that kind of where it started. And then I now kind of just music that I generally would love to listen to on vinyl that I feel is just like very kind of like open spacey. But I have one goal particularly with my vinyls is that like Lana Del Rey is my favorite artist, and I want to collect every single possible version of every vinyl that is on this earth.
Oh, so you want every edition of her work. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I have like 5 renditions of certain albums and things like that, but like that makes me so happy. Like that's my personal goal with it, but yeah, I absolutely love it. Mhm.
I to be honest, you're not alone, Blair. I used to work with a guy years ago. Did that with Pearl Jam. I think it was. Yeah, it was Pearl Jam.
Yes.
He was like, he was telling me about, like, and he would spend like, $150 on like some Japanese pressing that he found that, was only available through the fan club. And
Oh, the Japanese imports for vinyl, like that right there is its own little market in itself. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
amazing that they had those ones usually have 1 or 2 extra songs.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like if you can get your hands, some of them really just have those special like features that It's very exclusive, and I think it's just cool to have those little timestamps, like just those little pieces in time. There's something about it. It's epic.
Oh yeah,
That
no, pretty awesome.
that is awesome. Yeah, I collect a lot of movie soundtracks. Is how how I do it. So like, we're actually right behind me, behind Grogu. There is the season 1 of The Mandalorian on vinyl that I bought.
Nice.
Yeah, it's well, not I bought it. My wife gave it to me, but it's like it's got artwork inserts and all that kind of stuff, because that's I
Yeah.
end up buying a lot of those ones, like you spend extra money, but you get
Like the
like,
box deluxe sets and
Yeah, the
stuff.
big
yeah, and
deluxe
Yeah.
editions. Yeah.
colored vinyl and do all those. I get I
Yeah.
get I get a couple like regular vinyl, but I've been kind of going into the 180 gram, like really,
Yeah.
but it's not cheap. That's the thing.
No,
Everything
it
I
is
thought
not cheap.
I used to collect, obviously, stuff, and I've collected movie posters, which is not cheap anymore. I was collecting vinyl because I
Yeah.
was like, this is a great alternative, right? Like it's not bad. Not
Yeah.
anymore. Like I don't know
And
about you, but I've been finding like vinyl is like, you're starting at like $50 now, I find.
Oh yeah.
at least, yeah, like depending where you're going, it's crazy. Like the prices have gone up. Like when I first started buying them, they were truly like $25. And
Right?
so I was like, yeah, so like if you were to get a deluxe one, it would be $80. Now it's just like
Oh,
inflation crazy.
Oh
it's
yeah.
Yeah.
it's nuts. I saw one the other day and I was like, oh, that looks really cool. And I'm like, oh, that's $145. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
It's like, and it's not like it's super expensive, but you're just like, should I spend $145 on records?
I know right now it's one of those things where it's like I could do something else with it, but also it's again nice to have that little piece of time. So it's like hard the
That's the
debate.
thing when it comes to collecting stuff, you kind of have to go with the mentality of, hey, this is what brings me joy. I've got to get it, because if I don't get it now, probably never get another chance to get this particular one. That's just usually the way it works when you're a collector.
Yeah, I feel like I've learned that lesson the hard way a couple times where I've like put it down and I said I'll come back for it if we cross paths again, it's meant to be, and then I don't, and then I'm heartbroken for a little while. So just bite the
Mm.
bullet and do it if you have something you really like.
Yeah.
Exactly. If it feels good, do it. Definitely. Well, Blair, I want to thank you for coming on the program tonight. I really look forward to the rest of Shoresy season 3. Of course, there are 3 more episodes to air here in Canada. And at the end of June, it's coming to Hulu, all 6 episodes. It's going to be a fun time. Really
Yeah.
looking forward to see if they win that senior men's tournament, and really want to find out what happened at that no-show party, the one that
Right?
they can never
Oh
get that drunk
boy,
again.
you guys are in for a doozy. Thank you guys so much for having me. It's been so fun as always. Thank you.
Definitely, we'll have you
Hey,
back on again. No matter whatever project you got happening, let us know. We'll have you back on.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see you guys next.
All right. Have
awesome.
yourself a great night.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Blair.
you too. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.